Dude. Smell like garlic bananas.
Yeah, that's different. That's smashed.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Green Lodge Podcast. And how I call it, another episode of Mom. I'm sorry. Don't listen. I'm your host, JP.
I'm Michael.
I'm Brody.
And we're going to get right the fuck into it. So how we always do it is we smoke a little bit of the Jesus cabbage.
Yes.
And what we're smoking on right now is a little of the Simply Herbs. And we've got it at the S1Ep02.
No clue what that means, but it's good.
San Francisco Vagina.
Oh,
Original gangster.
It is now.
San Francisco variant, something. Close. I would have never thought.
I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Lighter up,
Vagina
sir.
was the only V word I could think of at the time, and I don't really know what that says about me, but
Makes you think about vagina a lot.
apparently,
The man has priorities.
let's not dwell on that.
Let's not dwell on that. Anyway. All right. So as we light this up, so first part of this episode, we are. Thanks, Hollywood. Hollywood over here. With his
got so
fucking
many
phone
goals.
going off. Jesus. Anyway.
Did you get so LA?
Yeah, man. You
Texted us where
we used to be friends.
fucking dweeb.
Then he left us for all the girls. It's all your guys' fault. You just couldn't resist.
You've got a hoe problem.
He's good.
I'm a good boy,
I've got
guys.
hoes. Area codes.
Lighter up, Chief.
Oh.
You don't want to dwell on your hoes?
No, I ain't got no hose. I'm pretty solitary.
Man, I got
a
some
cat.
hoes, but they're old and like they got crinks in them. And every time I try to fill up the pond outside,
I
they
have a
get
really
fuck-
good kinkless
Yeah,
hose.
see, I need a good kinkless hose. I've got some kinky hoe. I got one kinky hoe outside.
I know 2 or 3.
Dobby, you're not in on this episode.
He was not agreeing with you. He was like, I like kinky hoes. What's your problem?
What's your problem?
More kinky
I mean-
hose.
So,
To each their own.
teach your own. Hey, man, the cheap hoe that I bought to fill up that fucking little pond was not worth the $5 that I paid for it.
I can't believe you could buy bodies to throw in a pond. That's pretty crazy.
You're thinking of the wrong hose.
Oh. Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You raised me better than this.
I'm the pure one here.
You really did.
I was thinking of the hose that we drank out of.
Don't let him lie to you. Don't you believe your lying eyes?
Praise Jesus.
Praise Jesus.
I was trying to clean you, you dirty man.
We're not going to go there. Anyway, so this week, what we, Michael wanted us to watch this movie. So we're going to talk about this movie, and we're going to fucking tell Michael what we think about this movie. But what we really want you to do is we want at least a couple of you to go and rent this movie. I think you can find it for like $2 to rent.
Yeah, if you got Amazon Prime Video, you can get it for like $2. It has 2 titles, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
$2. Or you can set up a meeting with Michael, and you guys can have a sleepover in his living room, and you guys can all watch it together.
He is the greatest cuddler.
Yeah, spoon level off the charts.
It's almost
So,
unbelievable.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a golden spoon. for
About
sure.
the movie, though.
About the movie. So Michael's going to give you a brief rundown, and then me and Brody are going to tell you what we thought of this movie. So Michael, take it away.
Okay. The movie is originally called City of the Living Dead.
Dead.
Right. It's an Italian film, so it is dubbed in English.
But it's not bad. It's not like old
It's
kung
ADR.
fu.
Yeah, it's not like a Shaw Brothers kung fu movie or anything like that, but it will sound a little different. So
What does ADR mean, real quick? You've said that earlier, and I didn't know what it meant.
additional dialogue recording.
Okay, proceed.
That's good to know. 'Cause
I never knew that.
I
yeah.
never knew that. High five for knowledge.
Hey, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you learn something every day, don't you?
Hell yeah.
No.
You did today.
I did today.
And so did you.
I won't remember it because
Okay,
You already forgot?
it's a,
You were like, I don't know why I won't remember it.
weren't we talking about a movie?
Yeah.
All right.
this Italian film, The Gates of Hell, a.k.a. The City of the
So
Dead.
Gates of Hell was the American title. So when you look for this on Amazon, it may pop up as City of the Living Dead and also as The Gates of Hell. It's the same movie, even if the release date is a few years apart, like 80, 83, something around
Right.
there. It's the same movie. It's just an American title versus the original Italian. So yeah.
All right, nerd. What's the movie about?
Essentially, a priest in a town called Dunwich, which was inexplicably built over the top of Salem.
I mean, that sounds legit.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just use Salem as the town, but he wanted a Lovecraft reference, right? So he named the town Dunwich because of the Dunwich Horror, which is a Lovecraft story, right? Doesn't really have anything to do with Lovecraft, just a nod to him. So this priest, he walks through this cemetery, he looks up at a tree branch and decides to hang himself. Okay.
It's a nice
So
tree branch.
because he did this, it opened a gate to hell, right? There's like 7 of these things, like kind of in different places,
Right.
and this happened to be one of them. So, any questions?
What made you choose this one? Why did you give us
Why
this?
did I
Damn, dude.
want you guys to watch this movie?
Yeah.
Because low key, it's one of
It's an anthology,
it's
right?
well, no, it's a loose trilogy. There's 3 films in a series that kind of have to do with the Gates of Hell.
Sure.
Okay, but they don't really relate to each other. That's the only way, right? Is that a gate to hell opened.
That's it.
Right, that's the only thing connecting
Fair,
the 3
yeah.
films, right? The lead actress in this is actually in all 3 of these movies. She is the
blonde?
lead actress in all 3 of them. Yeah, the girl that was buried alive,
Yeah.
right?
The Screamer.
There's
Yeah.
not as much sex in that
Catriona
movie.
MacColl, that's her name.
I expected more sex for a horror film, but there was like minimal.
No, it's not really.
That was cool. I mean,
It's not really. Yeah, there's not really.
an 8-minute.
They didn't
sex
just
scene.
throw in
Yeah.
nudity for nudity.
Right.
Yeah, that's more of like when you talk
Slasher.
about Italian giallos. That's more like the Black Glove Killer kind of movie where it's
Right. Yeah, you're right.
it's from their point of view, and you know it's. But that's a whole nother thing.
Right.
Okay.
We'll get there at some.
So that's why you picked this movie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite Italian horror films, and I think it's because, well, like it's the American cover for it on my shirt, right? And so that's the VHS cover that I saw as a kid.
I wish the zombies looked like that, though.
That was the thing that got me. That and there was like a warning label on it, like
Well,
not to watch under 18 or blah blah blah. You know.
That first scene. All right, so hold on. I feel like the question was a good question, but I'm probably just high. But you guys may be confused too, because you started painting this narrative of what this movie is, and then you stopped and you built this up to this fucking priest hanging himself and opens the gates of hell.
Right.
So finish the setup of this movie so people know what they're getting into. Like just
Okay, so
like
yeah,
a 1
there's just a
minute
little
recap.
bit more to get you started on the narrative of the.
because I would be
movie.
confused
So-
as fuck if I didn't just watch that.
So
movie.
basically, when you see the priest hang himself, what you're actually seeing is this psychic's vision of that happening.
Of the past.
Yeah, it happened,
Yeah.
right? But she's in New York and doing this seance thing, and then she sees that and like freaks out, goes catatonic back in New York, right? And then that whole circle thing is like, oh no, and they're all this kind of weird cult. They believe in the Book of Enoch, I think is
Yeah,
what
that's what
their
it was,
Bible is
yeah.
called, right? So, and they get shaken down by the police because they think that this girl is dead. The psychic is dead,
right.
right? So to the point where she gets buried, right? And a reporter comes along trying to suss out the story, so they won't let him into the building. So he goes to the graveyard. That's where he finds the girl buried. Oh no, he hears her banging around in a coffin because she wakes up. She's not actually dead.
Right.
he breaks her out with a pickaxe. There's really great sequence where it's like coming into the coffin and it's like, you know, right by her fucking head.
That gave me anxiety.
Yeah,
I will say one thing I liked about it, because I won't remember, so I'm going to cut you off there. I liked about that scene is a lot of times when you see some buried alive coffin scene, it's just them going straight to this hard surface. But that's not how main modern day coffins, they had the drapery on them. They had and like he showed her ripping through the cloth, white cloth, and the blood coming. Like, I thought that was a nice attention to detail. It was, I mean, it's fucked up to see. But
Blood from her fingertips.
Yeah, but against the fabric.
Yeah,
because
fucking hurt
it's
me.
always just straight like a board.
Pine box.
Yeah,
right?
and it's like, bro, they quit doing that a long time ago.
Fucking right.
So I don't know, keep going. But I liked that part. It was eerie, and it made you feel even more stuck in that box.
It was tense, right?
Yeah.
Like he's barely missing her with that pickaxe, and you know she's running out of air.
Right.
And you're like, fuck, is this chick gonna get out? And like, yeah, okay, so she does. Now these two are the main two narrative, like they carry the load, right?
Hot giggity.
So once the reporter talks to this psychic, she basically tells him what happened. Oh no, a gate to hell is opened. He's all like, "You're fucking crazy, but I need a story, so let's go fucking find out."
Let's
right?
go fucking find
So
it.
they go to Dunwich, and all this weird shit is happening, and he's like, "Holy shit, it's real."
Right.
And now she's like, "We gotta shut this gate to hell before All Saints Day, or the whole fucking world ends." And so that is the whole purpose. That's
Right.
what's driving the two main characters, and so that's what the film.
I feel like that painted a better picture. Hopefully for you guys, that painted a better picture.
The extreme gore was the visual highlight.
That's what this director is known for, Lucio Fulci. He's really like, the gore is very gross, and the sound design, when you see the gore, you also hear it, right? All that squelching noises and the squishiness and the textures of it.
So Mike can probably explain this, and I'll say why. How to nerd out on your TV and not have the same problem that I had last night. So I will say this movie is fucked up in the sense of you don't even probably want your kids to walk into your room while you're watching it.
Yeah, if you got small children, don't.
Yeah, so I waited to, obviously, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock before I put it on because I was worried that they would wake up. But it's, you said 70s, in the 70s, right?
No, this came out in
80s?
1980.
Okay, so the quality of it, like the screams are really loud and the dialogue is really low. So I'll have Mike explain how to fix that a little bit, because I had that problem where I had to have it really loud and then the screams just echoed through my fucking house, and it made it that more fucking just fucked up.
Right, to make you jump a little bit, right?
No, it just made me fucking mad.
I've never thought to adjust the audio on my TV as stupid as that is. Yeah.
So just hit the menu
Never thought
button,
about it.
go to audio.
Because you're not a nerd. All right, keep going.
I'm not going to tell anybody now. You just fucking figure it out.
Made
Figure it out for yourself.
Made Dobby mad.
Dobby just calls you a nerd, too.
Fuck him. He's stupid.
All right,
He
all right.
sucks.
He does fucking eat. Which is hilarious. Side note that my dog's name is Dobby and he eats socks. Can we talk? I don't want to talk about it. It's fucking disgusting. And sometimes he pukes them up and sometimes he shits them out.
God damn.
And he will find, you could bury him in the bottom of a trash hamper, put 3 locked doors and a fucking armed guard, and this little asshole is going to fucking find the goddamn socks. Anyway.
So turn your sound leveling on, volume leveling, right? Go in your menu, go under audio, find the volume or sound leveling, turn it on. And everything should be at the same level.
It's
And so it's not like
an auto
dialogue
button?
is real quiet and then somebody screams and it's super loud.
Yeah, and if anyone does that, put it in the comments if it worked. 'Cause
Never thought to do
I would,
that.
I would like to know, because if it doesn't work though, roast him.
It fucking works. Like, it's a fucking setting on your TV, goddammit.
That sounds like witchcraft.
Explore the fucking menu section.
I did. Okay, so
damn.
all right. So here's a true story, dude. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there that does not fucking fuck with the set. All right. So anyway, so I like to watch. Sometimes I like Pitch Black when I sleep. Sometimes if I'm not really tired, I want to watch TV, but I hate how bright it is.
Right.
So I finally like started going through the settings and figured out how to dim the TV down. And I found out there was like cinematic mode and all these different things to change how the TV worked. And it was pretty cool. I was just watching Kim's Convenience on Netflix. Fucking great show. But you could change all these settings on your TV, and it gave a completely different feel.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm pretty dumb, man. I draw pictures for a living. So when it comes down to like, I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up, and then it's gonna be. I know I'm rambling, but I bought a TV years ago, and everything looked like a soap opera, and I was getting really fucking mad. And apparently it was a setting, and some friend fixed it for me, but. Like, I was watching movies that I've watched 100 times. I'm like, why does this look like a fucking soap opera? I wanted to flip the fucking TV. Like, I was so mad.
It's upsetting the first few times.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bill, shout out to Bill, was like, hey, this is a setting. It's just like, why? Why is there a setting to make everything look shitty?
Cinemotion or something.
Well, because it's not for what you're watching. It's for something else. That setting is... I don't know what it's.
Yeah, it's fuck soap operas.
It almost ruined Joe Dirt for me because I watched Joe Dirt and it was like in 4K and soap opera.
God,
it hurt me.
Don't turn the vivid option on.
Right,
and don't ever disrespect Joe Dirt at this
never.
table.
That's the thing. It was
send you out here to wham.
Is this queer? Is this queer? All right, so back to this movie, but if you didn't know this, because I was super high and just watched Joe Dirt again for like the 30,000th time, and it suggested Joe Dirt 2.
No, don't.
No, do it.
Stop it. That didn't happen.
It is
there is
so
no Joe
bad.
Dirt 2.
It is, dude. There is. It is so
it's
bad.
It's a Mandela effect. It doesn't exist.
It is.
It's not real.
All right, I can
not
only
real,
compare
man.
it
Like
to
Boondock
like.
Saints 2.
It
doesn't exist.
It's like it says like you're listening to Freddie Mercury sing, and then it's like, so here's Freddie Mercury. Have you tried Corey Feldman? It was that much of a shock.
God.
I loved you and Stand By Me, Corey, but
Yeah, dude.
I'm not a fan of the.
I did not like Joe Dirt.
You and those angels should kind of be walked around behind a woodshed and just.
You made me listen to that whole.
Charlie?
Go for it.
I went through a dark.
Jesus.
All right, dude.
Why?
We're coming back to this album. We have to talk anyway.
That's a whole
so
show.
this movie right fucking here. We're gonna talk about it, Michael.
Let's talk about you not like wrecking my Blu-ray there.
Oh, my
don't
bad,
get
bro.
angry, man.
My bad,
Like
bro.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucked up, guys.
Holy shit.
It is.
If I'd known it was gonna do this to you, I wouldn't have. I mean, I would have still.
We talked about this, but
Totally,
if you have, I have a problem that I cannot be around flashing lights.
Yeah.
Because I have had a seizure.
Yeah, give them the heads up.
So yeah, have someone else push play. It's just in that fucking start thing, but the whole time it's just a fucking flash.
Really?
Yeah,
and I skipped the intros of.
Well, it wasn't the intro; it was the play screen.
Oh.
The play screen
I
flashes.
didn't have the DVD. Okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so yeah, I got the DVD. You got fucked because I got it first. Finders keeper, losers suck.
It's a Blu-ray.
Fucking nerd.
Put your pinky down, bro.
No.
Put
Okay.
your fuck.
Sounds
Put
better.
your
You
pinky.
guys want to fucking live in the
Excuse
fucking Stone Age.
me.
Goddamn plebs. Jesus.
Fucking commoners.
Anyway,
Christ. Trying to bring a little brightness into your monochrome world.
so yeah, so if you do have problems with flashing lights, watch this with your lights on.
Yeah.
It'd be a good movie to watch with the lights off because it's fucking disgusting and dark. But I have a problem with that, and I cannot be around flashing lights. And there's a decent amount in this movie.
Yes.
So that's a little disclaimer. And do not let your kids see this movie. It's fucked up. And they're either going to turn out to be serial killers or just really badass.
They'll have nightmares for a long time.
It's
They
going to
won't
mess with them. You're going to have some sleepless nights.
Yeah.
for
They won't
sure.
quit thinking about it for a while.
I mean, it's an old movie, so you can argue that some of the effects are cheesy or whatever you want.
It was just weird. So the gore in this movie, the gore in this movie is very disturbing. But it's not like new gore, guys, where it looks real, where it's like, oh, that's gross. Like I feel like I can see his beating fucking heart. Like it's 80s, so it's not like stupid cheesy. It's just gross. Like you can tell he put a lot of time into making it try to be really fucked up and disgusting.
Right.
But I didn't like it. So he uses worms a lot, like earthworms in the corpses and the writing, and I just felt like it took away.
It's funny that stood out to you.
It did. And to me, it just took away from it because my brain just didn't like. It wasn't so far fetched that it was like this is make believe. You know what I mean? It was just like, yo, why the fuck are these dead things? What's with the fucking earthworms? Why are there fucking earthworms everywhere? I mean, Crit House 3 joints deep before I realized that I will 100% be honest with you. At like 10:30, I was like, I almost forgot. It was still in my car.
Oh, when
He messaged me, and I was like, right before you messaged me, I had remembered, and I literally had gone out and got it, and I was like, all right, here we go.
I think we watched it at the exact same time.
We did.
Yeah.
So we literally watched it at the exact same time.
I had my notifications turned off, so I didn't see that until like whatever it was, like 7:30 or something this morning.
Because I called you. It was
messaged you, yeah.
It was 11:30 when I called you, though. I knew you probably weren't awake or something. It was kind of late.
He's got a baby.
The notifications are turned off.
That's what I was
anybody
thinking.
that calls and wakes that baby up, I'll show up at their house and beat the shit out.
Listen, I was thinking about that
Like,
the whole time I was calling you
rightfully
too.
so.
I was like, what if the baby's sleeping and he's just cradling it, and I'm calling and he's like, you mother.
There's a really good chance
Fucker.
that scenario is what happens to you if
scared
you
me.
call at a certain time, man. Like
Matt
man.
used to fuck me every once in a while to the point where like I'd be trying to put the kids to bed and he'd had a couple drinks and he just want to shoot the shit on the phone. And I'm like trying to get the kids to sleep because they're being hard asses. But yeah, anyway, love you, buddy. Anyway, so yeah, the movie's fucked up. Like it was. I will say I'm not a fan, but I also am not really the horror movies that I like are when the older ones are more like Pet Sematary, the Puppet Masters, that this was just unnecessary fucking weird gore. I will say there was some cool parts. We talked about this a little before. I fucking hated the smoke effect, but the smoke effect was good for the 80s. Like he did a good job, I feel like. I really liked how he shot the gravestones, like the lighting he used on it. Like it was beautiful. That was nice.
I don't know why that part didn't stand out to me. The gravestones, the intestinal vomit was the grossest for me when she vomited chicken gizzards.
See, like once you've seen this,
I didn't want to talk about it.
She had a real mouthful of something though.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
intestines.
Mike can tell you with these old horror movies, it's and they're known, aren't they, to be fucked up to their actors. Like this is real life.
He was really like mean to his actors. Like he really like that. Okay, so the maggot sequence.
They were on
when
their
they're
face.
in the room, and it's like those are real maggots,
right? You could tell.
and they
all
just
over their
fucking
face.
literally. There's big fans, and he was just like,
Yeah, you're just waiting for Joe Rogan to
And
pop
it's-
out with hair, like
right. It's in that shit was in their ears, all in their hair,
Dude, it was everywhere.
everywhere, man.
The only thing I didn't like it. So that scene was fucked up, and like maggots don't bother me. Like it's,
It would have bothered me if I were an actor in that.
I would have vomited everywhere. Like the only thing I didn't like is you could tell like they probably glued some fucking maggots.
Well, they
on
did
their
it.
face.
There was some that they applied because they weren't really sure.
If they'd latch on or not.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, so it almost looked like, hey, I got pasties here, and a pasty here, a maggots. That was the only thing I didn't like. But like, dude, watching their faces just like getting pummeled in fucking maggots. I mean, I'd do it for the check. You know what I'm saying?
It probably wasn't that great.
It's probably $800
$800. But like,
I mean, now that would do it. Like for the money that you probably get now. Like,
yeah, maybe.
That's
I
some
mean,
Fear
but
Factor
also
shit,
that's
though.
something that I might ask an actor to do, and I'm
God
not
damn.
probably paying them that much.
yeah,
But
that's
I'm
the
like, hey,
perks
look,
of
it's
being
gonna
the
be
man.
it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. You just gotta stand here. I'm gonna turn on these fans and blow some maggots in your face.
That's got to be a world record for maggots used in a movie sequence.
I wouldn't think so.
In
There's
one
probably-
scene.
There's probably more.
I might cry a little if somebody did that.
I don't know. Somebody look that up and leave it in the comments.
If you don't like maggots, when that scene starts, go take a shit and come
If you
back.
have like texture issues or you have issues with gore in any sense, do not watch this. Don't.
Do it.
Okay?
Do
Don't.
it.
If you
should do
get
it.
squeamish and sick to your stomach, this will make you puke.
Get some Fazoli's.
Promise.
No. Here's what you do.
Are we gonna
Here's-
gloss over the eye impalement?
No, we're getting right to that, but I'm saying get some Fazoli's. Really sit down, get a belly full of Fazoli's. Start with the breadsticks.
It's your living room.
Yeah,
man.
and then once the movie's like 10 minutes in, that's when you should start eating the pasta. And really savor it. So the whole movie, you just pasta eating it.
10 minute, huh?
Yeah.
The 10-minute mark. That's a very specific point in the movie.
What are we talking
Is
about?
that the dead baby scene?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That-
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
The corpse.
The corpse, the baby
It
corpse.
was around the 10-minute mark, I
God.
Yeah.
believe.
That
It's
one
fucking
didn't bother
gross.
me that much for some reason.
That one
You know what?
wasn't
A lot of
bad. It
people
was.
don't realize what it is.
Right, I don't. It
Because
just
there's
didn't.
not a lot of form to it. You have to actually really look, and then you're like,
Well, he's well marinated.
oh shit.
Yeah,
That's not.
That kid's marinated.
You know, I typically that kind of shit. I don't want to deal with in a movie.
Don't want to say. Right, I don't.
Like I'm a dad, man.
The
I'm
new-
like, I can't help but like, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's just heart wrenching, dude.
Can't-
Yeah. There's a lot of those kid videos I can't even watch because
Yeah,
it's just
nah.
like,
I gave up on that shit. I can't do it anymore.
oh, dude.
I just can't, man.
The dead
I'll
baby
bawl at
from Train Spotting is the one that traumatized me the
Fuck
most.
the one crawling on the ceiling.
Yeah, when they first find it in the crib after they're all fucked up on
Oh, yeah,
heroin,
yeah.
it legitimately looks like a deceased child.
That's why Brody doesn't have kids.
Holy fuck!
that we know of.
So that if you're gonna talk about that, like you should show it,
Right.
right? Like and be brutally honest about it.
Right.
It should make you uncomfortable. There's nothing about that sequence that you should be like, oh, that's super cool.
It fucking worked because it fucked me up too. I never even
Good.
considered.
It should, man.
Yeah.
On a level like, god damn.
So, a couple sequences to get back to this
Oh
see
yeah, the eye gale.
You
I-
See the
fuck,
train
you
spot,
fucking
the
potheads.
8 steps.
All right, so we're back to the same thing that we were talking about before, in case you wondered. So, there's a couple cool scenes. Dobby, hey, it's not your turn yet. Don't be rude. So,
It's our next guest.
He
yeah, our
agrees.
next guest, Dobby, he's a little shifty. Anyway, so there's a scene that I really liked where a guy gets impaled with a drill bit.
Or the table.
Yes,
Drill,
yeah.
right.
So I'll tell you, I loved it, but I hated the ending. It was kind of like, well, I'm not even gonna finish that thought that was going in my head. Okay, so anyway, Mike likes this because we talked about it before, but it's like overdone in my opinion. It's like he shoots to the guy on the table, and this guy's about to drill a hole in his fucking skull, and then it shoots back to the tip of the drill bit for way too long, and then it goes right back to the face, then the drill bit for way too long, then right back to the face, then drill bit for way too long, and then fucking finally gets to the dude's face. But I will say the entry wound for an 80s movie gore was fucking awesome. Like the drill bit going through homeboy's fucking face. Like the fact that he's still moving, you can tell it's not like a doll. Like he's still moving, and they made it look like it was still at least grinding enough to going through. I hated the fucking out the other side. I felt it looked like what's that shit? The rubbery latex, but like gooey, like it just. Which I mean, for when it was probably epic. So yeah, that scene stood out a lot, and there was some other stuff, but yeah. What did you give me some your thoughts, Broads?
The vomit scene was definitely fucking disgusting.
Explain the vomit
And
scene,
then,
man. They haven't seen the vomit.
That's
Describe the vomit.
She stares at this priest for too long. Right in the beginning of the film, the priest had initially hung himself and cursed the land, and then her eyes start to bleed, and then she starts just barfing what looked like raw chicken gizzards, and then like a tube of her intestines come out, and then it goes on for 45 seconds. So it's honestly insane.
Yeah, she basically.
Vomits her whole life.
Yeah, her internal organs.
vomits her whole life.
She vomits them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of intestines.
she grabs her
It was-
boyfriend by the back of the
rough.
head, and it looks like she's grabbing like a fucking water balloon filled with mashed potatoes and raw meat or something. It's gnarly because she digs her fingers in, and it's like he's
Yeah.
kind of fucking wiggling and shit. But it's like no room for the cranium, where she's got this super freak strength and just squishes his skull like a. That was
she's
fucking
crying blood.
Yeah,
Just
that was disgusting.
that effect was wild because they ran a wire. If you look closely, you can see
to
the
her
wire
eye?
around the bottom of her eye, so that when the blood ran down, it would follow the wire.
No
and
shit.
Yeah, so there's like a little thing that's kind of covered by makeup, but if you really look, you can kind of see where it is.
That part was fucked up. They ended with that scene too, kind of. Almost ended. I guess it was one of the last gore
It was
scenes.
a story beat.
Yeah, because it was.
Then they had to kind of
They brought it
down
back
for a second, and then
because that was one of the last gore scenes right before it ends with the fucking gates and stuff still being available.
Yeah, so if you guys like
It was
old,
fucked.
Yeah, old horror and gory ass old horror, it's your shit. If you don't, I wouldn't recommend it.
If you like Giallo, you'll probably have already seen this. But if you haven't, you'll probably like it.
I'd never heard of
I
it.
think most people are
If
in
you
that boat.
don't know what Giallo is,
Yeah. Gelato?
yeah, the ice cream shit.
I was thinking the weed.
No, it's the ice cream.
Nah, it's weed. It's the name of weed.
It's a very specific subgenre of horror, and it's not for everybody. And it's not just the content; it's how it's filmed, and when you watch foreign films, they don't have the same sensibility that an American film has because it's not an American film. It's not made for Americans, made for Italians.
Sure.
They wanted it to do well.
Crazy
here,
ass Italians.
but they have their own way of telling a story, man.
Right.
And it's so that's what it is. It's an Italian horror film, and it's an acquired taste, maybe.
Definitely.
So
It's grotesque.
if you think about it, like it's a precursor for a lot of the really ultra gory films that you see now that are, because of technology, they have moved more towards realism. And this is all like a nightmare. It's all nightmare logic. Right?
Yeah, it's fucked
That's
up.
what this is. It's not supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be fucking weird and nightmarish. Right. Like not about realism. Right?
Which is hard for me because that's not what I'm used to.
Well, and you're not the only person, man. Like that's a big thing. Is if you're not, I can't help it. It's fucking DoorDash, man.
You ever heard of silent
Chels, your
mode?
DoorDash is there, man. Pick it up. Arby's just sent you some food.
Mike's girlfriend's fucking up the podcast with her DoorDash.
I will say my
Hope you guys enjoy the Arby's though.
the gore is nice, but
I want
I
some
prefer
Arby's.
like
I know, right?
Reanimator era gore, which
Reanimator is one of my.
Me t-
like, that's a whole nother thing.
Really?
I love that movie.
I fucking do too. That's the first
Lovecraft. That's a Lovecraft story.
H.P. Lovecraft, right? See, I didn't know who he was till I saw that, because I saw that when I was like 22, and that was the movie that got me into that
It's
practical.
a little over the top.
It's
right?
great,
It's supposed
though.
to be though.
Yeah, the green's what got me too for that. The green in that movie,
Oh, yeah.
that hue of green that's my type of.
Reanimator serum or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, not Reanimator.
Yeah. No, seriously though. So it's called City of the Living Dead.
Yes.
Or The Gates of Hell. There are
Or-
two titles.
Or the Gates of Hell.
Yeah. So, however you find it,
I'm.
give it a shot.
It's
You'll know
City
within the
of the
first 10
Living
minutes
Dead
if
to
you're
me.
going to be able to watch it.
Yeah, you'll definitely know in the first 10. If you get through the whole movie, put it in the comments, a puke emoji, and we will know.
It's an hour and a half.
It's an hour and a half of your life.
138.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Don't watch with the kids. Remember that.
Yeah. No, really, seriously, don't.
Unless you hate him.
And I would.
Don't do that.
I have not tried this, but I would not do hallucinogenics and watch
I've
this
never-
movie. I think
Yeah,
your
I-
life would change for a dark
I
path.
wouldn't. There's a
Yeah.
great Nick Cage horror movie.
So if any of our friends out there that are doing shrooms or LSD or whatever,
Yeah, wait a different night.
I mean,
don't watch this movie.
I wouldn't recommend it, but if you feel like you can do it, then
I don't trip anymore. That was
No, I
been too
wouldn't,
many
man.
years, man. That was
it's not
my.
good vibes.
That was young John. I don't do that shit.
I got too much baggage for a second.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, I'll cry in a corner for an hour and think Elvis is
Existential
punching me in the
crisis.
back of the head or something. Fuck. Anyway, so that's the movie where
Check it out.
Check it out. Let us know what you think, and I'm gonna pay Michael back by picking some movie he's not gonna like.
It's the first Halloween suggestion.
Yeah. It's the first Halloween suggestion of movies. Yeah, there you go.
Just gonna recommend some spooky shit.
Spooky. You guys didn't get into that as much as I was hoping.
Sorry, man. I'm kind of
Sorry, buddy.
zoned out.
No
Brother.
backups. No backups.
Smoked a lot of weed.
Smoke a lot of the pot. So yeah, that was a good one. It was fucked up, and I won't watch it again.
It was probably something that neither of you would have watched on your own.
100% would not have watched.
You were like probably wouldn't even have stumbled across that.
I like zombie movies, but I like current zombies.
These are different kind of zombies.
They
They're
are
not
different.
like Romero zombies
It's-
or
yeah.
it's a different kind of thing. So
What's your suggestion for movie going to be? Have you lined that out yet? Do you know what it's going to be? Yeah, you're on the spot.
This is why we don't have nice things.
somebody's got to spill coffee every week.
All right, so now that we gave you our Michael's fucked up movie recommendation that you should watch for sure. Let's continue on down this path of spooky horror fuckery. Why do you guys feel, because there's a lot of people out there, not to stop what I was saying, I'm high. There's a lot of people out there like don't do horror movies for various reasons. Like it just scares the fuck out of them, nightmares. Like, why do you guys feel that you like horror movies?
I think probably because like I saw them when I was a kid, but like I remember the first horror movies that I saw were like the Universal stuff, right? Like Bela Lugosi's Dracula, Carlos Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Werewolf, all that good stuff.
Hell yeah.
So like I watched those with my grandpa. I would like sometimes I'd stay the night at his house on the weekends, right? And there was like a show on our local PBS called Creature Features with Irv Kopey. And it was just he was like a professor at the university, but he hosted like a double bill of, it would be like a classic comedy like a Abbott and Costello or Laurel and Hardy. And then the second film of the night would be the Universal Monster movie.
On
Right, the
PBS?
horror movie. Yeah. On our local, it was literally filmed at the university. Yeah.
Oh.
And so
PBS.
right? I would watch that with my grandpa, and he would also let me watch things like The Twilight Zone, Alfred
Classics.
Hitchcock Presents, and all that shit. And
Yeah.
it was like, so I kind of got a soft entry into horror. None of that stuff is extremely graphic, but if you're little enough, still scare the shit out of you.
They're still fucking good movies though.
Yeah, they are. They're great movies.
They're
but
just not gory horror.
They're not. So it's a soft entry into horror. So
Right.
Then it's the 80s for me as a kid, so it was kind of lawless in a way. Like you could end up at a video store and the dick behind the counter might rent you whatever that wasn't porn. You know, he'd just rent you like that Gates of Hell.
Right. Oh,
That
you
was-
rented that?
Not when I was a kid. I didn't see that until I was much older because the cover box scared me so much as
That's
a
fair.
child
Yeah.
that but I was obsessed with it.
Right.
I can relate to that.
Right. So back then it was like that's the only thing you had to gauge how a movie was going to be. It's like you looked at the cover
Right.
art and then you would grab it, turn around, read a little bit, and be like, okay, I'll give it a chance, right? But it could also be terrible. Might just be great art and somebody that can write a great synopsis, you know?
Right.
I didn't want to watch Pet Cemetery because I had a dog die when I was a kid. That movie
That movie is
fucked
movie's
me up.
fucking
I
amazing.
I refused to watch it till I was like of age. I was probably 19 or 20 because it scared me so bad. Just the thought of letting that idea in my mind freaked me out
I have
too.
a Pet
but-
Cemetery tattoo on my leg.
Do you?
I love that the old man in Pet Cemetery is Herman Munster from
Don't go
Monsters.
down that.
Is it really?
Yep. Don't go down that.
Not that road.
Oh.
That guy, yeah, he played Herman Munster in the original Munster series.
What the fuck?
I love that guy.
Yeah, he's fucking great.
He's great. He was also the judge in My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, he was.
Little side note on Fred Gwynn.
Oh.
There you go.
Fred Gwynn, that's his name.
That's his name. He was also in Car 54, which nobody will know.
I don't.
I watched it on Nick at Night when I was a kid.
I don't watch NASCAR.
Drive fast, turn left.
Drive fast, eat ass. Brody.
Eat first, you're last.
No. All right, so, okay. So what about you, Twinkle Toes?
What?
Why do
already
you
forget?
like horror movies, pothead?
It's a hard question though. Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't get to see him for a long time, probably till I was probably like 15, till I was in high school, out of other school, and then, dude, I said 4 Rooms earlier. That was like the first horrific thing I remember though. Is the
Dead hooker.
and dead hooker in 4 Rooms. These little kids find a dead hooker, and it's just very fucking dark.
Yeah, you stuff them in the mattress.
Yeah,
You gotta watch out. You get those weird smells in your hotel room.
Yeah.
Check the mattress.
It
The box
really
spring, man. Lift the mattress up and look at the box spring.
it
There
hit
may
home
be a
because
human-sized cutout with a dead person in it.
we went like hotels all the time for our birthdays and shit. So that fucking freaked me out.
Yeah,
like
that's fair enough.
that was my mom's thing, was to take us to a hotel like in Paducah or Marion or something,
Right,
and
you go
'cause-
swimming in the pool.
yeah, and every time in there, I would just kind of just like that goddamn room that freaked me the fuck out. But the first It was probably my first favorite horror movie.
It's my favorite movie.
And then
the movie or the
TV series.
Made for TV series.
Yeah.
Made for TV.
I had no clue it was a TV series though, because nobody explained that to me till this year probably.
Well, I
like-
mean, how would you
Right.
really know, because you didn't watch it on television?
No,
I didn't either.
I just thought it was the longest goddamn movie ever because it was always on 2 VHS tapes or fucking 2 DVDs and shit for a long. Even at Walmart, it was a double-sided DVD.
VHS tapes.
So they're long,
Right.
right? And like, I remember as a kid watching that, and then everybody, like after that second part aired,
Yeah.
everybody was like on the playground. We're like, it was a fucking spider.
Shut the
Everybody was
fuck.
fucking pissed. Like, God damn it.
I know what movie I'm going to recommend.
What's that?
It was a movie. It's a horror. I mean, it's not really horror. It's like a suspense, but it's like a dark feel to it. But I loved it when I was a young man, young whippersnapper.
Oh,
It
okay.
was called The Black Circle Boys.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Do you
I have.
remember
It's
any of
got,
it? Donnie Wahlberg's in it,
Wahlberg.
but he's like not a main character. It's Eric
Was it
Mombus.
Donnie or was Mark?
No, it's Donnie.
Is it Donnie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
No.
male
Yeah,
witchcraft?
Eric
Mobius.
I thought it was Mombus.
Look it up.
Mombus sounds.
To Google.
If it's not, you should fucking change it.
Do they practice the dark arts?
Yeah, so but it's actually based on a true story. So it's about this kid. I guess I'm gonna just talk about it now.
about
You
it
guys
now.
can tell.
Why not?
So it's about this kid. He is an all-American swimmer. Him and his friends basically are part. They win like some huge thing. They all partying on top of this roof at their school. His friend falls off and dies, and like so he gets in this. Yeah, he gets in this really dark spot. So the parents move him across the country. They like switch up their whole lives to try to like get him on a better path. And he moves to school and starts hanging out with like the metalheads. Starts getting into drugs and alcohol. Satan. And they start doing all this shit. But it basically is like becomes like this little mini cult. And the dude ends up killing a couple people.
Oh.
Eric's character. But like
Mabius.
Nice.
We were both wrong.
It's a great movie. Like it is fucking sick. It's
Let's see who did this. Isn't 97? Came out in 97. It's technically classified drama teen. Like a
haha, that's so weird.
Ah,
I guess
it's-
for
it's
that
just like-
time, though, it
because
was-
it's also described as subversive, nihilistic, and angry.
Yes, that I mean,
Is that it got a 4.8 out of 10 on IMDb. So
it's not the
they're
greatest
not,
movie
they're
of
not
all
loving
time.
on it, but
yeah.
it's sentimental favorite for you,
Dude,
you enjoyed it, right?
Yeah, it was when I was a young metalhead. It was pretty awesome.
Okay.
So
Written and directed by Matthew Carnahan.
So maybe that's not my suggestion. Just go watch that movie if you want another good drama, old school from '90s.
You can watch this on Tubi for free, or you can rent it on
Damn.
Amazon Prime for $3.99.
And fun fact, that was the last VHS that I had.
Oh wow!
It got 8. I went out and I bought 2 brand new VCRs from Walmart. I was like, I'm going to use one. I'm going to put one away because I've always collected movies.
Right.
So, but yeah, my copy of Black Circle Boys, I put it in, and that brand new motherfucker just chews it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's heartbreaking.
I know.
You should get that on Blu-ray, just for
Right.
Cause-
nostalgic reasons.
yeah.
Just own it, buddy.
Just own it.
It's
I
probably like
should.
$5.
I feel like I looked it up on Amazon one time. It was a little harder to find.
It might be out of print. It might actually cost you a little
Could
bit.
be.
I think I want to feel like
It
it
might
was
be
it was way more than I wanted to spend on a movie that I've seen a bunch when I was a kid.
Probably.
I know what my suggestion is. It would be The Frighteners. For
Michael J. Fox?
Yeah, for a Halloween movie.
Okay.
That was
All
the
right.
first Halloween.
That's a pretty good one.
That was the first one that stood out. It took me a minute to think about it, but the guy looked like that blonde guy looks like he's from The Offspring. Is he a Busey?
Is he a
Jake
Busey?
Busey.
Busey?
Jake Busey, Gary Busey's
God,
kid.
dude, that guy scares the
great.
fucking piss out of me. He freaked me out as a kid
I
more
mean,
than
think
any
about who
villain.
His dad was like, how scared do you think he was? Fucking probably like terrified.
The Frighteners scared the absolute piss out of me because I was in Catholic school and I thought ghosts were real and shit, you know. So that concept was wide fucking open. But like,
Sure.
it came on fucking TV somewhere because it wasn't graphic, but it was a horror movie.
Made it
And-
sound like they weren't real. They are real.
I mean, they
Well, I
are.
mean, zombies are real, right? Like Jesus was a fucking zombie.
That's
No?
valid.
I mean, just saying. That's like the Ring, right? He doesn't give you as much time. At least the Ring gave you
Right.
7 days.
God.
But you know, Jesus is like, you got 3 days, bitch.
72 hours, motherfucker. Let's go.
Get your shit together. I'm coming.
Speaking of coming, we're smoking wedding cake, which
Gnarly.
is an indica blend, not indica sativa blend. It's an indica blend, and
Those are just words that he.
those are just words. Those are words we established that Brody knows.
English.
And
If you saw the first episode,
you're not gonna be able to see it on this little. Oh, maybe I think you can see a little bit in there. That is some fucking wax, buddy.
That's expensive,
oh,
Chief.
did you put that in here?
I did.
You bitch.
I went to. I
no.
I explained to them before I explained to you that this is the nightcap for the podcast because where we fucked up last week is we started with the wax-filled joint, and we were all baked, so baked by the fucking.
It was a good episode, though.
Great episode.
No, see, like we say that all the time, but then I go into the edit when I'm sober, and it's like there's good stuff there, and I'm a miracle worker, and you guys should really be paying me to do this shit.
I pay you in compliments in my mind.
Well, I don't pay my rent, man.
It should. I'll talk to your landlord.
Please do. Can you work that out? God damn, there's a cold, wet dog nose on my knee. Hi. What's up, bud?
There's Nobby under there.
Caught me off guard.
Where were we at? You were bitching to me.
He was talking about the Frighteners.
Yeah, but no, you were bitching to me about putting wax in the joint.
Oh, yeah, because, you just snuck it in there. I mean, I'm not really bitching about it. It's harder to do our jobs. Even though this is our job, kind of. At least tonight it is.
She got
Should
there.
we talk about this? The fact that so I have a bunch of bamboo in
that a
my
wand?
yard. Yeah, it looks like a wizard wand, and it's the piece of a bamboo, but the
Did you
bottom
just find it like that?
I found. Yeah, I cut. Well, it was the end of a stock I was cutting off, and I kept it, and I let my kids play with it like a wizard wand.
Oh,
Interesting.
you're a wizard, Harry.
There's a funny thing going on YouTube right now of all the wands in Harry Potter have been replaced with guns, with handguns. It's the funniest
Most
goddamn.
violent movie on
It
the
is the
planet.
funniest fucking thing. Yeah, because it is so fucking violent.
Are you all right? Yeah. We'll see if I was right.
I had a
Yeah,
little.
You may have been.
Had a little McConnell.
Did you?
That's
Did you
his,
have a mini stroke?
it's his fifth then.
I've never seen a fucking turtle have a stroke before. That was
I like watching it though.
horrifying. I was like, wow, that fucking, well, that turtle is stroking out.
I hate that cunt, but I also like the fucking lost fear in that dude's eyes. Like the human in me was just like, that's like he was so lost.
How do they
If you
send him
ever
out?
wondered why you didn't ever have a great minimum wage, that motherfucker is
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
key reasons that you are not paid what you're worth today at
Yeah.
your job.
I mean, I
Promise you.
won't shed a tear when he dies. I just the human in me saw the look in his eyes of fear, and that struck that emotion of like,
I did
God,
like for
I
a
didn't
second.
like
I was
seeing
like, for a second, I
Yeah.
was like, oh god, that's horrifying. And then I was like, yeah, but fuck him.
yeah,
He definitely doesn't know where he's at. That's for sure. He
Yeah.
could be anywhere in the world right there.
I
But
just push him into a lake. Fuck him. Fuck you, Mitch.
how good can you swim, man?
could you swim?
I don't know. He's a turtle, probably pretty well. I don't know how somebody can simultaneously look like a turtle and a fucking bullfrog.
And a
You ever
pedophile.
seen his face like blow up? He looks like he's gonna, like his throat's gonna get all big, and he's gonna.
Can you make that noise again for the audience?
I can't.
God damn it.
You guys can rewind it though.
Do it.
You can play it in slow mo.
Put a
It'll
frog-
be longer and deeper.
Put a frog emoji if you enjoyed that as much as I did. That wasn't as good. The other one was deep and throatier.
Sorry, I only got one good one in me.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Deep and throat.
To both of those comments.
Jesus Christ. It wax, man. He's got a fucking clown wig now. Are you kidding me? That's great. I didn't know you were going to bring props like Carrot Top.
Yeah, Carrot Top.
I'm ready to fuck.
I'm not really talking shit. Wow. That's how he gets his hose.
Yeah.
So what do you want to talk about?
Have you ever had sex while wearing that wig?
Not yet. That's open for debate, or it's open for, you know,
Ladies, if you're in the clown wigs,
possibilities are endless,
You're
buddy.
going to get a lot of juggalos.
you like dudes that like the frighteners, wear clown wigs, won't eat ass.
You just cut
This
out
guy
half
sounds
of
like a gentleman with a good sense of humor.
I think he sounds kind of selfish.
it. Yeah, man.
You know,
But I will say his hair looks great.
thank
The
you.
Frighteners is a great movie.
Thank you.
And I think with time, he'll soften on the other issue. It's just going to take the right one.
On the ass?
Yeah. One
just-
day it's going to happen, and you're going to be like, holy shit, those guys were right.
What it's gonna take is a strong one.
I hate that day that I'm
hold
face
on.
first in the ass and I think of you two. God damn it. You know, that's a tragedy. That's the fucking tragedy.
That's our victory,
God.
Brody.
I'm
When
going to
that
text both of
happens,
you. I'm
it's
going to
gonna
text you
happen to
both.
and you're going to be like, God damn it. And somewhere, JP and I are going to giggle and
You're
not
gonna
know
feel
why.
you're gonna feel some electrical impulse in your kneecap, and you're gonna be like, "He did it. He fucking did
He
it."
fucking did it. I'm like, Brody!
Fucking sweating now. God.
God damn it!
Yeah, he is.
I already lost my virginity looking at my buddy.
That was rough, man.
You know,
Yeah,
No wonder.
Lord put me on a weird route,
you
brother.
already know that story. If you watched last week's episode,
This is true. You do know that story.
he went into great detail.
I wasn't gonna bring up the fact that you don't eat ass, but
I'm going to take that opportunity as much as I can get.
oh, Dobby just hit the camera.
Oh, Dobby.
Anyway,
Well, that was weird.
yeah, it was an earthquake, bro. It was
I
a
mean-
Dobby quake. Now we're just gonna have to leave that in the edit because I just mentioned why we stopped.
Well,
Fuck. Anyway, oh yeah, that's where I was going. Fucking
Earthquakes?
marijuana. No. So I have not always sounded like Steve-O. So I've not always sounded like Tom Waits.
Oh, Tom, Wayne, I love you, man.
I love you too,
I
but
love you, Tom.
fuck you right now. And I did not know how raspy my voice got until I was first time I've ever been on a podcast. I was asked by Nathan to be on that podcast, and I listened back to it. Holy fuck! I did not realize how bad my voice got from smoking.
It's odd hearing it.
I went
Hearing
and saw
yourself.
a cancer specialist to make sure I didn't have throat cancer.
No shit.
Yeah, I did not, but he did tell me if I keep smoking, that this may never go away. And if I quit,
Do you know what caused it, or did it just happen one day?
yeah, he's basically, so I smoke cigarettes and I smoke marijuana. I don't drink enough water. He's basically said the way he described it was everybody's esophagus is a triangle. He said yours looks like it's made of sausages. It's so swollen on all sides.
You got sausage. throat.
I got sausage throat.
I hate to hear that.
Yeah, you do, buddy.
God.
Grow up.
I had a couple people tell me that about you, but I didn't really know that it was like a thing. But you're pretty open-minded, huh? I like that about you, honestly. I like that about
We
you.
talked about cannibalism in the fourth guy. So then there were two. Always put wax in your joints.
Trying to bring it back.
Yeah,
man.
holy shit.
All right, so I don't know how the fuck we got here.
Man, this is going to be a mess to edit, but it's fine. It'll make sense when you guys see it.
If you're still watching, put 3 frog emojis
3 frog emojis.
and a pray emoji because there's probably something wrong with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell us why you're still.
Yeah, for real.
Why the hell why did you hang out this long?
I mean, Brody, he does have a nice wig on.
Yeah, that's got to be probably 78% of it.
So what? Hey, what the fuck? For our Halloween episode, what are you guys dressing up as? And you can't not dress up.
Oh man, well I guess I'll
Because
just
if
have
you
to
don't
wear-
dress up, the Dick Fairy sneaks into your bed at night and he cuts that motherfucker off. Yeah, he leaves
Well,
$1
so-
in the hole.
like we're gonna take the kids.
I wish I was a
trick-or-treating,
dick
right?
fairy.
Wow,
Oh,
you are a dick fairy.
damn. It's an intrusive thought. I didn't mean to. What a job, though.
I got a job for you.
He's gonna go around cutting dicks off.
I can't.
Fuck yeah.
God damn it.
Oh,
Look at Dobby.
holy fucking shit!
Don't worry, I'll cut around this. It's all good.
I'll cut around it, too.
So, my
God
original
damn it,
answer
Dobby.
to your question was I'm going to be Chong.
Over Halloween?
Yeah, because when we
Yeah.
take the kids trick or treating, Chelsea's going to be Cheech.
Nice.
I think that's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
I can't wait. I can't
Wait.
wait for disapproving Christians to look at me.
I haven't
Oh.
dressed up for Halloween in
I'm going to
years.
be like, that
Just
fucking
yell, you're gonna
baby's
suck
hot.
their dicks.
I'm going to suck your dick while that baby smokes a joint. Fuck you.
Let's say you were with the Marines. You can say that shit. Fuck you,
Like, well, Carol,
Carol.
get the fuck out.
There's a guy over here, and he's yelling, "I'm gonna suck your dick," and I don't have a dick. I need 911.
Well, man,
Now.
maybe he's not talking to you. Did you ever?
You ever think about getting one?
Did you ever think about minding your own goddamn business? That's free.
That's free.
It's free. You don't have to pay to do that.
Yeah. Hindsight too. If you want people not to talk to you,
Don't suck their dicks.
I mean, that's a thing. Like, I guess.
I mean, wait.
I wish somebody would have told me that earlier.
So,
have you been doing that the other way around?
do you have like a sandpaper penis or something? What do you mean, like?
Have you just been
Wait,
blowing
what?
people? Like, because you're like, man, if I blow them, they won't talk to me. And I think you got that all twisted up.
Damn.
Maybe just be bad at blowing.
If
I've
you're
tried.
confused right now, so am I.
Just be
More
really
to
bad.
this.
Oh, dude, a toothy? Oh,
Toothy.
God dang.
God, nothing worse than a toothy.
Why are you guys still watching this? You should have run away long ago.
Dude, it's not like we give you the beaver.
Oh man, you guys gotta go.
I don't understand the toothy, man. I'm biting the next person who gives me a toothy blowjob.
Biting them back.
Getting the beaver,
damn it.
getting the beaver lick.
Is he gonna look in the wrong spot the whole time?
I'm just gonna.
Chewing on the curtains.
God damn that.
Cut
hurt.
that, cut that, cut that.
God damn. Curtain chomper, dog.
Oh.
Holy fucking hell.
That'll be your horror movie. You're the curtain chomper. Really-
chomper.
Yeah, man, that's your mode of fucking death.
Basically kills women by eating
Yeah.
their labias.
Eating their pussy first, man.
Literally eating it.
Yeah.
It's a cannibal. It's a cannibal movie. Oh, cannibal porn. Yes. New genre. Probably
Goddamn
not new.
cannibal porn.
That's probably not new. I'm not looking it up though.
I'm not Googling that.
Yeah, it's not gonna be in my search bar.
It's got to be a parody porn.
Ooh,
This is why we need an assistant.
the
Like,
clam.
hey, look this up so it's on your phone.
Hey, is there cannibal porn out there?
I'm not sure.
It's got to be right.
It's got to be illegal.
So what's with the cloud? So what do you? So wait, you're gonna be Chong. What are you gonna be?
I don't know.
You gotta be something, bro.
I'm still thinking.
You can't have a fucking.
You got a little while.
Yeah, and then Christmas we gotta do like a Christmas sweater.
I could be an elf.
You can go to Goodwill and just get an ugly ass sweater. We can do.
You could be Santa.
We can
you
do
could be
the
Santa.
instead of Christmas. We can do ugly sweater. Is that you can just go to the thrift shop and buy a $2 sweater,
True.
That's true.
or I'll just go to my dad's fucking closet.
I almost ordered a cardigan the other day.
Really?
Yeah, but the pattern on it, it looks like the carpet in The Shining.
Oh.
I think that popped up on my feed. 'Cause
I can't remember the company.
I've almost ordered the Big Lebowski like smoking jacket so many times.
I actually was gonna buy the costume for the Hunter S. Thompson thing and not say anything.
Oh,
I've been wanting to buy.
Hawaiian shirt,
Then the visor, the money, the gambler's visor.
LL Bean jacket.
Yeah, because I already have the glasses, but you can buy the glasses with the exact center thing in his aviators that he had, and I probably just wouldn't do the cigarette. That's the only part I don't like of that costume. That
You don't have
part's
to light it.
right.
Just get the cigarette in the holder. 'Cause
Maybe I
he
gotta
always had
have
in
it.
the long holder.
I could have it in my
Right.
pocket or something. But yeah, that one I could. I was thinking about that. I forgot about the green visor. That's what I
You
want.
also have a suitcase full of drugs. They're very specific drugs.
can-
If you watch
right.
Clothing, it goes through.
Ether.
Devil ether.
Mescaline.
Makes you behave like the village drunkard in
That's-
an Irish novel.
That
What the
movie's so
fuck?
fucking good.
That scene's horrifying when he when
That book is great.
Gonzo spoon feeds or knife feeds him the blow on top of the adrenochrome that he's doing. That's horrifying because like
Big, 6 big hairy tits on your back.
ugh.
Flip it out.
The first time I did I mean it wasn't the first time, but I did acid and I saw cocaine for the first time at my neighbor's house. That's what I was seeing in my friends that day was the Gonzo when he was handing him the knife. How he looks disgusting. All my friends looked like these fucking just menace fiends. Fuck, they had like their life was gone. But I was on LSD, so that might have been.
Love that sequence. 'cause
Cause and
this is like,
effect.
As your lawyer, I advise you to take a hit out of the little brown.
Yes.
Shit.
As your lawyer.
And then later on, he's like, "You took too much, man. Too much.
Too much, too much, too much.
Dude, the casting of that movie was so fucking perfect.
Fear and Loathing is great.
Where the Buffaloes Roam does not compare to that movie.
Oh, I love that movie.
Really,
though.
I think
I do. It's just a different. It's a.
I don't
They
like.
both Bill Murray and Johnny Depp both went and lived with Hunter Thompson.
Right, that's
to get
true.
ready for this. They're just different periods of Thompson. So.
As Hunter, I didn't like Bill Murray, but I liked the Gonzo in that movie. That guy was very believable.
That's Peter Boyle.
Really,
You ever seen Young Frankenstein?
yeah.
He's Frankenstein.
Oh, he's good
Same
at
dude.
that. Yeah, he's good at that. He had me
awesome,
believing it. I mean, he really is like the Gonzo. He reminds exactly as the other one. You can't compare those two because they're the same almost in those two movies. But yeah, I just like Johnny Depp more, I guess. But
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I couldn't break that it was Bill Murray because it's so Bill Murray. Like it's still him, but he's like it's just his face.
Some
I think
actors
that's because
are-
you saw Bill Murray after he did that role. Because
100%,
I think if
yeah.
you watch Johnny Depp after that movie, a lot of Hunter Thompson creeped into some.
Right.
There's some Hunter Thompson and Jack Sparrow.
Oh yeah, he's
You see
kept
him kind of come out.
those method actors, man. They're character actors. They I feel like they take a piece away and it becomes part of their soul.
Like, I mean, like he lived with that dude for a while. Both of those actors did, but like,
That's fucking wild, dude. The stories.
well,
Just the
Depp,
fucking
he said like the first night, like he had him set up in his basement. Like he's like, okay, here's your bed, and you know. So he's fucking laying there. I'm just smoking it, whatever. And I wake up the next morning and I look at the bed, and it's actually just like a mattress on a bunch of kegs of black powder.
Fuck, and he
And
was
he's just
smoking on
smoking
it.
cigarettes all fucking night.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
he's like, Jesus Christ. Bill Murray, he said at one point he was out by the pool with Hunter, and he was like, "Do you want to see a trick? I'll show you how to escape like Houdini from this chair." And he's like, "Yeah, let me tell you what."
No fucking.
He's like, "Okay,
No
yeah,
fucking
cool."
way.
So he gets him tied up in this lawn chair, and just fucking kicks him in the pool. And it's just kind of like, do.
Fuck no.
What the
And then, I mean, he fucking pulls him out, but like.
I would fucking
Yeah, there's like that side of him,
That's
but then there's
demanded,
also
yeah.
like this side where everybody that knew him is like he was, at times he was a perfect Southern gentleman,
Right.
super sweet, caring, empathetic, but like he would walk into his local bar with a cattle prod on a chain, just fucking swinging it.
Jesus
And
Man
it's
just
got
loved
his fucking
drugs.
Way, man, he fucking hit you with it.
He just loved drugs.
He was fucking out there, man.
Hey. All right, guys. So if you're still listening, what the fuck is wrong with you? But we love you. We love you.
Been here a long time.
But we love you. We hope you come back too. So you should like and subscribe.
7 days from now.
But you're crazy. You're crazy like we are. If you're still here,
I like you, man, but you're crazy.
you're great. I like you. Anyway, we talked about some shit and some more shit, and we're all really We're baked more than fucking store-bought cookies, man. I'm ready to. I am ready to fucking.
I am crispy.
You got any
Crispy.
cookies?
Maybe.
We should get
I know I have like. I might have some. I don't think I have cookies.
Next episode, I want cookies. Okay.
You think that'll be weird?
Yeah. At 11 o'clock at night? Yeah. No, 10:20 at
It's
night.
10:20, man.
That's pretty early.
That's cookie hour.
Mary, let me get some cookies. All right, we're high. Tune in next week for more high
Times.
times.
Good night.
Bye.
Peace.
I love you, Arwen.
Wu-Tang.